My next guest is the unofficial legal analyst for the James Show. Jeremy Rosenthal's back on from TexasDefenseFirm.com. Jeremy, I want to start with this criminal trespass that's on the table. The guy that organized the Protect White Americans rally in Frisco on Saturday jumped the fence and did a selfie video in the stadium trying to act like I'm at the crime scene and I'm so cool and I'm getting clicks and whatnot. And Frisco ISD said they are pursuing criminal charges. The Frisco police has confirmed that they've gotten this request and are looking into it. But what can we do for criminal trespass? We can't extradite him from Florida. We can't go get him if he's gone because he's from out of state. He's from Florida.
Okay.
Is anything going to happen with these charges, or would that just prevent him from coming back?
It's a pretty small misdemeanor. That said, you don't really want it on your record. Criminal trespass, when you see it, is usually some kind of mental health thing or something like this. So if I'm an employer and I'm looking at that, I'm thinking the guy's got a screw loose. But the short answer is it can turn into an arrest warrant, and I don't know that Collin County is going to go and spend the however many dollars it's going to take to drag him from Florida. But
nor should they.
Happen. No, really. I mean, you'd be surprised what they want to spend money to go, to go fight crime with. But no, chances are that's a warrant that's outstanding for a while. And maybe if he comes back to visit, if he's got relatives here, he's not wearing his seatbelt, he's gonna get the ride.
Well, that would be funny, but I don't know if that's the most judicious use of our scarce taxpayer resources. Now, in the other the shooting that happened at Wilmer Hutchins. That bond is still astronomically high. What's going on there?
I mean, when you have these types of shootings, again, when bond is initially set, it's usually set on scene. Bond, again, to kind of go back to our discussion last week, bond is there to make sure that you show up in trial, but the judge also has a duty to protect the community, and you've got a lot of different magistrates that are in the metroplex, people who set bond. I don't know how many total in the metroplex there are. There are probably more than 50 judicial officers that exclusively that's what they do as magistrates to set bond. That's not even counting all the county and district judges. So you're going to always have a really wide-ranging a set of opinions that are out there, and every case ought to be its own snowflake, ought to rise and fall on its own merits.
Oh, I like that metaphor. Now, as the layman, how does this work out with you? Because again, not a lawyer, but I have seen the first 8 seasons of Suits. The bond right now is at $3.1 million, and I think a logical explanation for that would be this kid was trying to kill the principal guy that he shot at. There was some guy that fell, and he went up to him and shot him again at point-blank range. And since that kid didn't die, if they let him out, they're pretty much opening the door for him finishing the job. Is that part of the thinking?
I don't know if it's quite that detailed. You give the legal community far too much credit for thinking in detail in full sentences. But future danger and threat to the community it's absolutely front and center. And every judge that you talk to sees themselves on the cover of the Dallas Morning News for, we were easy on one drunk driver. We were easy on one domestic violence case. We were easy on one. We let the wrong guy out of jail, and then they go do something that puts me on the cover of the Dallas Morning News. So judges are typically going to be they tend to act with a little fear unless or until they're exposed to a lot more of the specifics. Going back to the Carmelo Anthony bond in Collin County, that judge had a hearing. She had a full-blown hearing. She had people who testified. She got to hear actual numbers, actual money amounts, because, again, bond is to secure the appearance. She got to hear a lot more of the nuts and the bolts. So once the judicial officer is exposed to a lot more facts, then it's certainly going to be a little better tailored to the specific case.
All right, great stuff. Jeremy Rosenthal, TexasDefenseFirm.com. I appreciate your legal mind.
Have a great day, James.
Thank you, sir.